January 27th, 2025, a day that changed how we view technology and artificial intelligence because of one name that was everywhere.
The rise of the Chinese artificial intelligence company.
Let's just talk about this news.
The sudden rise of a Chinese startup, DeepSeek,
A wake-up
created an
call for the
artificial
US tech
intelligence
industry.
model.
DeepSeek AI. You can call January 27th a single day that flipped the tech world on its head. A tiny Chinese startup called DeepSeek AI soared to the top of the App Store, dethroning ChatGPT practically overnight. A lot of the famous tech stocks tanked, and even US President Donald Trump went on TV and warned everyone that they need to take this seriously and should be a wake-up call for Americans who have invested a lot of money into this innovation. But how did one AI, built on a very tiny budget, shake giants like Google, Nvidia, and OpenAI? And who is behind it? Well, today we're gonna go and dive into the fascinating rise of DeepSeek AI and its mysterious founder named Lian Wenfeng, and why this could change everything about how we view technology and artificial intelligence. So get ready, it's gonna be interesting for sure. So we now talked about the technology itself. Let's go and actually check out the man behind it. Meet Lian Wenfeng, the man behind the piece of code. Born in 1985 in Guangdong province, he studied how to use computers for complex tasks, stuff like analyzing market trends. He eventually co-founded Highflyer, a hedge fund that used advanced AI to predict stock moves with actually scary accuracy. And then you can tell they made a fortune. Apparently, from the research that I did, Liang wasn't very satisfied from dominating Wall Street. His dream was actually find an AI that can be used by everybody rather than those big money traders. And then in 2023, he founded his new company, DeepSeek, in Hangzhou, powered by capital from his hedge fund success and some quiet backing from China's tech world. This model, like OpenAI's O1, is designed to handle tough challenges. Typically, training a model that is like pretty much this good costs around hundreds of millions of dollars. But the company DeepSeek actually pulled it off with only $6 million, which is just crazy in comparison when you think of it. Hundreds of millions of dollars to $6 million. It's a lot. Okay, then you can say, okay, $6 million, but just like how? Well, they used a special technique that only turns on parts of the AI when needed, therefore saving like huge amounts of power. Plus, they heavily went into trial and error learning, so the model got pretty good at solving problems without mountains of labeled data. But to put it in plain English, DeepSeek R1 is cheaper to train, yet performs at the same level as its competitors, you can say, like GPT-O1 or even Claude, which have invested billions of dollars. It's like building a sports car, like a Lamborghini, but then your competitor comes out with like a sedan that only like cost just like fraction of the cost, yet beating the Lamborghini or just like going head to head. And it's just fascinating. But there's a twist to it. Some tech guys actually claim that DeepSeek has been quietly stockpiling advanced Nvidia chips, which might not be exactly illegal under US legal export rules. Even famous Alexander Wang from Scale AI claims that they got way more hardware than they admit. Now, of course, DeepSeek denies it and saying it's because of their energy efficient design. But either way, the cost savings are real. If it's pure efficiency or hidden hardware we don't know about, one thing's sure, DeepSeek found a way to do world-class AI on the cheap, and it's pretty much shaking major players. Alright, so there have been a couple of days since I initially shot this video and have been working to edit it, but there have been just tremendous amount of updates that I need to keep you guys updated with, otherwise it will just make this video pretty much worthless. However, it's not all positive news that I've been chasing. DeepSeek has actually come under a lot of pressure from US regulators and European fellows. Now, authorities in Europe are actually discussing the company's data practices, focusing on the use of personal data from Europeans and potential data transfers to China. Now, there have been a lot of news articles saying that they just share your personal data and information. Again, you can just tell the privacy concern with artificial intelligence just keeps rising day by day. Now, in the US, New York State has actually banned DeepSeek from government devices due to serious data practices and censorship concerns. Now, censorship with DeepSeek is another major problem because it's very biased, and it just shows it has been trained this way. Like if you just ask it some certain questions, you can just tell that it it can't share those informations with you because it was trained that way. Some tests have shown that DeepSeek's R1 can easily provide dangerous information compared to its American counterparts. The model has been found to produce detailed instructions for harmful activities. Now, I just saw a post that said that DeepSeek can actually help individuals and countries to make biological weapons. Now, this topic of biological weapons, you can just tell that what crazy things can come out of it. In short, it's a classic internet story. The lean open source upstart challenging a giant. If you need AI power without paying those hefty amount of licenses and subscriptions, you better go with DeepSeek because it's open source. And the reason I believe OpenAI is actually pushing O3 mini models to free users is, I think, because of DeepSeek and because you're open source and therefore they want to compete. But either way, the cost savings are real. If it's pure efficiency or hidden hardware we don't know about, one thing's sure, DeepSeek found a way to do world-class AI on the cheap, and it's pretty much shaking major players. Now, because of all the things going on Monday, January 27th, actually President Donald Trump went on TV and said,
"The release of DeepSeek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call for our industries that we need to be laser focused on competing to win."
After this speech, actually, a lot of US policymakers started worrying China might be pulling ahead in AI. And that fear led to talks about tighter export controls or like heavier investment in American AI labs. But beyond the politics, this is about how just one tiny startup can shape the entire technology sector. If DeepSeek can keep pushing out cheap, open source AI, we're looking at a future where advanced AI isn't just like locked up in the biggest corporations, but available to any developer, student, or small business. And that is like a massive change. So that, my friend, is how DeepSeek AI just broke the rules. Simply by just proving you don't need like endless stacks of cash to build something great. In just less than a week, they shook the entire tech industry, threatened big brands, and literally sparked global conversations about who truly owns AI. I believe AI just got a lot more interesting. So if you found this breakdown helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button for even more deep dives about like the trending topics in the world or like the past stuff related to tech and AI, because I'm pretty interested about that field myself, especially with the AI world, which is advancing every single day. I'm Arian, and remember, knowledge is power, but you have to stay curious. And thank you for watching. Peace.